Hi, I'm EVA MACIAS, and this is my follower-centered leadership model presentation. We've come to our final week. This week, each of us had the opportunity to create a follower-centered leadership model, which captures the standout features we have studied in the last 8 weeks of this course. Each week of this communication course, we were given the tools to put together a model. Here are some of the important values courageous people should strive to follow, either on a personal or a professional level. Whether you see yourself as a leader or a follower, this model was formed for you and I to become a better human being.
Let's look at this model of our home planet Earth. As you can see, Earth is surrounded by this dynamic magnetic force called the universe. The universe sends out millions of messages to each one of us every day. Messages about love, messages on how to make the right, honest decision. How many times a day do we get a message about health? Do we skip choosing from the box of donuts at work? At lunch, do we choose a meal that promotes good mental health and energy? How many times a day do you tell yourself, drink more water? How many of us wished we had more energy? After all, it takes energy to go above and beyond to fight for a common purpose. How many of us have had to learn something the hard way? The universe knows how to give us lessons in humility when needed. There are times the universe reminds us how wise we are. Yes, the universe speaks to us and wants us to have inner and outer peace. Do you listen? How does the universe communicate with us? Do we have the ability to hear what the universe is saying? When we're feeling lost and alone and confused, we will often ask for guidance from the universe, but we sometimes forget to pay attention to the answers that come to us. Our higher selves, spirit, and the universe communicates with us in quiet, subtle ways, which often require our diligent attention to fully appreciate. Here are 5 ways we receive guidance. How about that gut feeling? It's called a gut feeling for a good reason. You feel it right in your gut. The universe uses signs and synchronicities. They are sent out daily. If your intuition tells you it's a sign, take it for granted that your intuition is right. Another form is through strong urgings or restlessness. We need to allow ourselves to explore these urgings to see where they are leading us. The universe uses dreams and visions. Your higher self and spirit will often communicate with you through your dreams. Try hard to remember them. What about strong emotions? Your emotions are powerful, and they're indicators of the progress you're making on your soul's journey. Be sure to use them to your best advantage.
What about authenticity and honesty? Once we come to terms and accept our true self, we should strive to be authentic. We become aware that honesty is important because it creates peace of mind and promotes relationships of trust. The benefits of honesty extend to personal health, relationships, and society at large. The opposite, lying, leads to distrust, conflict, corruption, and anxiety. When honesty is fully transparent, it can provide a competitive advantage. Honest firms sell more and, despite higher costs, achieve higher profits. If we are being authentic, then we are being honest, and honesty is an important value. What about authenticity and honesty? Once we come to terms and accept our true self, we should strive to be authentic. We become aware that honesty is important because it creates peace of mind and promotes relationships of trust. The benefits of honesty extend to personal health, relationships, and society at large. The opposite, lying, leads to distrust, conflict, corruption, and anxiety. When honesty is fully transparent, it can provide a competitive advantage. Honest firms sell more and, despite higher costs, achieve higher profits. If we are being authentic, then we are being honest, and honesty is an important value.
What about love and hope? These two strong emotions go hand in hand. Having love and hope can positively transform your emotional attitude. It really does make a difference. Love comes from the heart, and if we love others as we love ourselves, then we treat people the way we would like to be treated. It takes a loving leader to create hope. It takes honest, authentic leaders to create a hopeful, loving environment among their followers. When a follower or employee is aware his environment comes from a loving place, the heart, it encourages employees and followers to set their goals and decide how to reach them and motivate themselves to achieve them. According to Snyder, 2002, hope is the combination of two things, the will and the way. In some cases, we know people, they are well aware of their path or even multiple paths to their goals, but they lack the willpower to reach over them. When you love your business, when you love what you do, work becomes a lot easier. Remember, a warm smile, a kind no, a sympathetic ear day after day, month after month creates satisfaction and productivity in the workplace. Let's all include love and hope in our follower model. We will build better organizations and a better society. Let's move on. So did you receive the messages about health and energy? It's obvious to be a courageous follower or leader, it's going to take a lot of energy. Good energy comes from good health. We are each individually responsible for our health and well-being. A lot of people think of energy as a spiritual term, like the divine energy of Christ, Buddha, or Krishna. It isn't necessarily an otherworldly concept. It's something we create in our day-to-day activities. If we learn to fully appreciate this moment, you will see you have profound power to manifest positive feelings within yourself, and you have power to create divinely inspired energy, if you will. This energy impacts everything and everyone around you. It is in this way we play a much larger part in the bigger picture than we realize. A courageous leader will have loving concern for his own health and concern over its followers' health. We will promote good health in the workplace because we recognize that a healthy workforce is essential at all levels of the organization. That is why many organizations provide healthy snacks and a gym with the proper equipment to maintain a healthy lifestyle. It is our choice to make health an everyday priority. Having love, sharing hope, and being sincerely authentic promotes good health. Meditation can help in many ways. All in all, wellness programs can have a deep, lasting impact on work and organizational communities.
Now we get to the value I consider key. This is humbleness. Because most leaders are simultaneously followers, they are both senders and receivers of leadership behaviors. Leaders are ideally positioned to gain insight about humble behaviors. They observe the effects of these behaviors in the workplace. Sheen, 2013, taught us 3 kinds of humility. First, basic humility, acknowledging we are all human. We owe each other some basic respect, and we act in a civil manner. Secondly, optional humility. We are in complete control and choose not to feel humbled by somebody great. Finally, here and now humility. This is humbleness recognized in the here and now, in the moment. Here and now humility means we recognize our dependence on each other and know how to be inferior in order to communicate and gain insight. As leaders and followers, we experience more freedom from psychological hurdles as a result of humble leader behaviors. More psychological and emotional resources are freed to expend toward more productive ends.
Let's discuss wisdom. All previous values like love and hope, honesty, humbleness will gradually turn into wisdom. I'm guessing you already know there is no shortage of wisdom. It's given to us by God. In James chapter 1 verse 5 it says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." Wisdom resides in the same place all thoughts and ideas do, beneath our conscious awareness. Follower-centered leaders know wisdom is the ability to think and act using knowledge, experience, understanding, common sense, and insight. By being wise, we contribute in building a better and wiser society. Following good moral practices throughout life and being authentic about our identity teaches wisdom. Traditionally, schools share the responsibility to build character and wisdom along with parents and community. 18th century philosopher Benjamin Franklin referred to education as training wisdom and virtue. Inner and outer peace. Our generation has arrived at the threshold of a new era in human history, the birth of a global community. Modern communications, trade, and international relations, as well as the security and environmental dilemmas we all face, make us increasingly interdependent. No one can live in isolation. Thus, whether we like it or not, our vast and diverse human family must finally learn to live together. Inner peace is awareness of our inner identity, our true self, with no ego involved. We ourselves fill the personal metaphor peace with our own meanings, our own thoughts and feelings. Inner peace means calmness. The creation of a more peaceful world will require committed efforts over the long run to create conditions for peace. Most religions have some version of the golden rule. Treat others as they would like to be treated themselves. This golden rule must be inculcated in our very being. We should strive to see it practiced universally. Here's a tip. Whenever you are not at work, use this as the foundation for inner peace. Be the observer of your thoughts. Redirect attention away from the mind by using breath awareness, inner peace awareness, outer space awareness, surrender, and non-resistance. This is laying your foundation and increasing your natural state of presence and peace. By applying all the other values in this model that you've seen today, love, honesty, authenticity, health, humbleness, wisdom, we receive inner peace and we promote outer peace.